I'm back from vacation. I'm back from vacation. I'm back from vacation. Pepe's still pissed. Hence, he's still working on his bender. Quite the party. The house was a disaster. Make sure you guys are recording because I have you situated in a laundry basket to get a good height. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my vlogging / mania plans. I am so glad I was able to take you guys on vacation with me. And then also the live broadcast. It was a disaster in the beginning. It's definitely not user friendly. Hey! Okay, side note. Wally has been obsessed with Erwin ever since we got home on Sunday. I think Wally is hoping that they can mate. The whole dog-cat thing doesn't work, and boy, I mean, more power to you guys, but it's not going to happen. So he's just been all over Erwin and smelling him and following him, and Erwin let it fly in the beginning, licking his face and his head, but now he's just pissed off. Leave him alone. Probably stood on him. Anyway, the live broadcast on YouTube is definitely not user-friendly. I was about to give up, seeing that I struggled with it for almost 45 minutes. Yeah, you're gonna have to wait on that, Wally. And I only found it because I was just messing around. So yeah, YouTube needs to fix that it's not user-friendly, but I'm happy for those that were sticking with me and ended up watching it. So glad with the outcome and the number of people that watched, and we had a whole conversation going on, and I was able to show you kind of where I was chilling for a week and a half. I know I had said in one of my vlogs that I took sand from the beach. So here's some La Jolla sand. And then, I don't know if I got the bottles at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but they have glass bottles with like a cork, and then I filled it up with sand, and then I'll add whatever small shells I can fit in the bottle. It's going to be the smaller ones, and then I want to stitch something too, and then maybe figure out how to do it with shells. So I actually found all kinds of cool ones. This is like a whole like inner working smorgasbord of stuff. So I found that. A couple pieces of sea glass, which I know Michelle Gareth loved. Here's my cool stone piece with the hole through it. And I'll show you one more that I found. Let's see if I can find it in here. But yeah, we'd go on walks in the morning, and if the boys saw anything. So on the back, it just looks, you know, nothing special, but you flip it over and it has this great like mother of pearl sheen to it. And I found it, we were walking along some shores, and I looked down, and it was kind of like this deep hole, and there were a couple crabs in it, but it seemed like everything in there was just kind of like old discarded shells that these sea animals no longer needed, so it was kind of like a graveyard of them. Well, the wuss I am, I'm not going to stick my damn hand in a hole, because to me, something's living like under the rim, and it's going to take my arm off anyway. So I got the husband to do it, and I said, just grab whatever you can, and we'll, you know, I'll go through them. And this one was like on the top, and I was like, don't lose that one. But no, vacation was great. Miss it. Miss the ocean. It's all quiet. Okay, my shirt's not quiet, but there's no ocean. And it's hot as hell here. Was today going to be 106, and then tomorrow or Thursday might be like 108. I won't complain about it. I love the heat, even that craziness. So let's see. Get your drink. Got a lot to show, a lot to talk about. If you like Malibu, like how Pepe does, then grab your Malibu or whatever you want to drink. Husband likes the Malibu, so we call him Malibu Joe. That name was started by a friend of ours because our boat is a Malibu and he likes Malibu rum. He'll throw it into whatever, just kind of to kill the taste. I personally don't like it because it smells like sun tanning oil. It has to be diluted down for me to drink it. But this is the boat size, and then we have 2 other bottles. So, Pepe's upset I touched his Malibu. All right, let me let Wally out. Pepe entertain the folks. Hurry up, it's gonna get hot. So Wally won't last long out there, it's too hot and he'll just pass out. Anyway, let's start off with, I tried to be a little more organized this time because I have like piles around. Found a great bookstore in La Jolla, D.W. Wills. There was stuff outside of the store, almost down like this alley. So all the books on this huge shelf were $1. Okay. So found a couple of them. That's where I found my needlework books. I asked if there were any more inside. There were. I did find some, but they weren't anything that I was interested in. And kind of one-off bookstores tend to be expensive. He was on the pricier side. So I didn't buy anything from inside the store. No, all my purchases from him were $1. No, I bought some postcards inside. And then I found out that if you continue down this alley, there were more of these bookshelves. And he had these almost like bamboo curtains over the books to protect them, which it's like, okay, if they get a downpour in La Jolla, those bamboo curtains aren't gonna necessarily protect. I don't know. The books, you could tell, were weathered and beaten. So it just kind of added to the look of them if you wanted to use them for decoration purposes, which that's why I bought as many as I did. But they were all the way down this alley. You could spend hours because some of them were two layers deep of books. So it was just great though. He had all kinds of different ones, new and super old. So I'll show you the books that I received, that I picked up. I went the first time, of course Wally wants to come out. I went the first time with Cal, and the owner does like a store tour, but kids aren't allowed to come in the back, and he doesn't allow kids to just stay up front. They need to be with an adult because of all these books, even though Cal is almost 7. So I said, that's fine. I'll come back later in the week so I can take my time looking through everything. And so that's what I did. I'm gonna go get Wally. night that I went back by myself, took some time, went through all the ones on the outside again, and just kept making trips inside and just said, I'm gonna just start a pile. So the first one of them that I picked up, Mary Rose, I Thought of You, Stitch Bliss Corner. The needlework of Mary Queen of Scots. And all these books have that old book smell, which is just like great. So I'll be looking through this. Has examples of hangings and lace. Here's a design one you can actually use. So got that, $1. What is this? The Treasury of Decorative Art Samplers. I grabbed this and I thought they would have like patterns of samplers. They do not. They have pictures of samplers and then little write-ups about them. Which I bet if you go, I could track down probably some of these. There's one in here. I read this book one night. They show one of, it's the earliest. This one's 1789. I thought there was an, or is it this one? This one's 1782. $1746, 1657, okay, 1598, here it is. This is the earliest known dated sampler, worked with metal threads, silks, pearls, and beads in a great variety of stitches. It's by Jane Bostock. She had completed a total of 24 different border designs and several naturalistic spot motifs, all suitable for domestic embroidery, demonstrating the original reference nature of the early sampler. So, I mean, 1598, you're doing this all in your head, no charts to follow. Fabric to stitch on was probably hard to come by, so if you wanted to stitch something, you stitched it, kept the fabric, and then just kept adding to it. So this was that was just an interesting book. Needlework masterpieces. I love these brick ones. I think those are so cool. Was it Mama Joan who showed she had done one? And I think they're really, really cool. And in here, and it shows you how to stitch it up and how to actually make one. This one I want to stitch. Let me bring it back. It's this pillow here in the front. So it gives you the pattern, DMC, and then there's a whole write-up in the back about thread conversions. And these all three of those were outside. This one, those three I got when I went with Cal. This one I found when I went out, and this was a new one because this was not out there. Embroideries and Patterns from 19th Century Vienna. Goes on Amazon, Etsy for 62 bucks. Got it for $1. This book is just, I read through this the other day. So the author kind of breaks it up, Berlin work and famous names, and so she'll show the pieces, and then some of them she has, so like this is butterfly resting on bouquet of flowers, and then she has the pattern in the back of the book for you to stitch. So basically whatever's in this book, she has made a pattern for borders and corner pieces, and then it has like small objects. Like this was a purse, beads. So love that. Again, $1. Shut your face. And then these are non-stitchy books, but thought I would show them because some of them I love and I know book readers out there can appreciate. Stanlish, the hell is Stanlish? Standard English Classics selections from Poe. And this one, Harry L. Eldson put his little sticker on the front, and he signed it as well. And this is copyrighted 1907. I also kind of thumbed through it to see if there were any, you know, treasures hidden in or anything, and I just noticed, going a little slower there, or some notes that he kept. So here he wrote, you guys see that? Allegory, death of mind. So, Pepe, get out of the shot. I don't know if that's going to show up. So, Poe, and I'll be using these to decorate. We have our built-in, and so I'm going to put them up there. Pilgrimages by Sidney King Russell. This must have been, I don't know, because it's a book, but the sticker part is glued on. So maybe it was like, I don't know, when, with these books that were given out during readings. These two pieces were included in the front page. It must have been like a book reading, because it says this volume is from a poet whose work is steadily growing in authority. Sonnets, singing beauty of words, many poems, where you can find this book for sale. And it says the $1.50 the copy. And then take this list to your music dealer. So that's kind of cool. And this Sidney Russell wrote in the book, so it was also a book signing. It says, for the Wilsons, with best wishes, Sidney K. Russell. I thought that was cool, so snagged that up. Try to do some Googling on him, nothing comes up for him, so I'm not sure if he was just kind of a small local artist. Hans Hoblin, these are in German. And again, if anybody watches Mary Rose, she's talked about Hans. So there's this book. I'd tell you what it says, but I don't read German. And this was, let's see what copyright. 1920 is the copyright on this book. And here's another one as well. Wally, leave him alone. And 1920 on this as well. I guess we would just talk about it. Maybe it's like a little autobiography. Also shows like etchings and stuff and pictures. So yeah, love those. This is an Italian artist, and this is his autobiography. This was 1952. Wait, is this my boyfriend here? Hold on. Hold please, I may have just figured something out here. Wait, hold on, is that? Oh, let's see. He says it's Bellini though, but okay. It's when I get to my thrift stores finds, I'll show you. So just remember this picture I thought was the person in my thrift store find. So gives, I guess, examples of this Italian artist's work. Inside, there were all kinds of postcards. I got this one because it reminded me of the helmet. Arms and Armor. This is from someplace in Italy. And they say this is circa 1540. But they had all kinds of postcards from all over the world, all different age-wise. Virginia Woolf, A Haunted House. God, these books just smell so good. 1944. I had to Google some of these because I wasn't sure who the person was. The Collected Works of Henrik Ibsen. This is 1920. Oh, no, this is my 1907 book. So yeah, 1907. And then I got this just because the spine totally jumped out at me. I mean, how freaking cool is that? It's a sword mask, but then I love when I pulled it and saw the front. That needs to be cross-stitched right there. Let's get that going. Century of Thrillers. Yes, please. I might just have to read this just for shits and giggles and know what it's about. 1937. Looks like they're maybe like short stories. But yeah, I just thought the cover was awesome. Almost done. Charles Dickens. Again, saw the spine of the book, and that was cool. I think this is German, 1911. And then it has this stamp down here on the inside of the book. But yeah, I just thought the cover was really cool. Now these I just saw and thought, shit, those suckers are old. I'm getting them. I don't care what's inside. I'm gonna just get those, hi Erwin, and use them for decorative purposes only. Okay, you need to keep going. You. I regret that I didn't pick up more. I should have just cleared this guy's whole stock out. These are 1888. Okay, obviously that's gone. All the word, you can't even read it. I had to Google it to know. Like the marbling effect, they're super dusty. The marbling effect on them from the pages. Property of Point Loma Assembly. So are these church books? I don't do religion or church. I've been to church once in my whole life. So let's see if I can show you. So obviously Point Loma's right there, San Diego. But yeah, oh, 1889, sorry. North American Review, January 1889, Naval Wars of the Future. So this is all naval. You can see how like dirty. And then this other one, obviously a huge like series of them. And this one actually has a signature up at the top. And this is the Combat for the Faith. But what is cool, there was a page in between here. And whatever page was in here, the ink transferred over here. So I'm going to try to show you guys. But it's like an old ad for, like an old ad for something. I don't know. Can you see, like, here's a lady in a dress. But it's whatever was in there transferred. So those are my book finds, thrift store finds in La Jolla. Not a huge book reader. I guess it kind of comes and goes every few years. But overall, not a huge book reader, but I appreciate old books. So, just had to get those. Let's see what else is on my list. Now, after all of that, make sure you still guys are rolling, because you're in a laundry basket of clothes. Got home and had, of course, 2 weeks of being gone, you have a shitload of mail to go through. I should put a disclaimer, like, wear your sunglasses for reviewing my video. Erwin, or Wally, you're getting on my last nerve. So, came home to a huge pile of mail, so went through that, and of course, there are all kinds of happy things for me. Christina Hines. Oh, Christina, what's the name of your channel? I'll link everything down below, everyone that I mention. Maybe that your name is the name of your channel. Lay down. Does anyone want a dog? Lay down. Lay down. Leave him alone. She had said that she had found something at the store. It's more East Coast at Five Below. So she contacted me and wanted to send me this cup. Yes, please. My husband says that it's the most disgusting cup and just made my drink of coffee and hot chocolate even more disgusting. He just doesn't understand. It's okay. And inside, hello, beautiful. So I've been enjoying that cup so much. So yes, Christina sent that to me, but I have to show you because I opened up this box and on the flap here was a tiny little sparkle, and I thought she filled this whole box up with sequins just to be funny. No, it wasn't the case, but it does have sparkle in it. Look at this bag. This bag, look at that, matches my shirt, and the cup was in this. I'm trying to figure out how to repurpose that. So when I open this, now I have glitter all over my carpet in my room, which is totally fine. But thank you, Christina, so much. She also sent some other goodies. A lovely, lovely card. This fabric, please, come on. And I've already made this into a needle minder. Let's see, there we go. So I've already made that into a needle minder for myself. Look. Pepe, look, might kind of be like a mask for you. Anyway, thank you, Christina, so much. Totally needed after being in a car for, oh my God, for 5 hours, and my ass was hurting because I got quite a good sunburn one day. And the sunburn is like where like your butt cheek comes around and then starts your leg. Yeah, because we went to the beach and I don't wear a full like bikini bottom. It's a little, I think they call it like a cheeky cut. But I made it more into a thong style when I was on my stomach sunbathing. So, because nobody likes a white butt. So that totally got burnt. So it was painful sitting in a car for a long time having a sunburnt ass. Lila's Studio on Etsy. Again, I'll put it all down below. You guys know Lila, she has gorgeous charts. Her one that's just super crazy and popular right now is that huge, massive colonial one that's all kinds of people are stitching. Brian Blitz Stitch is stitching it. He started a group. Michelle Rudy. She has a ton of other, what are you doing? Don't eat your, that's why we buy you toys, Jesus. Chewing on his dog basket. She has a ton of other great charts, so go check her out. Wide variety too, so if stitching the whole American Patriot thing isn't your style, she has way more. That's Lila's Studio. I wanted to get this from 123. They didn't have it. I'd rather just purchase from her directly and have the designer get all the money, whatever cut that they have to fork over to 123. So I got the anniversary. Love that. She packages everything so well. Seriously, are we eating? Hey, don't eat your toy basket. Oh my God. Okay. Stop. Where's your bone? Life, people, life. Included this cute little tag. Actually, I can just hold this up for you guys if that's gonna focus. I don't know. Just trying to focus in on my sparkly. Anyway, I'll add it in. But yeah, the anniversary. I love it. So I purchased that. Did I order that when I was on vacation? Probably. I know I ordered this. No, I did not order this. This was like right before. We all know her. We all love her. Check her out if you guys haven't watched her yet. Arlene Cohen. That's the name of her Flosstube. Hi, Arlene. She opened up an Etsy store, Works by ABC. Works by ABC, all one word, obviously. Look, she has her own stationery. She wrote me the nicest note. I, of course, had to get the Be Cheerful and Live Your Life, the skeleton mosaic. She includes, and this sucker is like thick. She doesn't just send you the chart. Okay, okay, let's just start at the top. Someone had posted on Stitch Mania, probably now close to a month and a half ago, maybe, and tagged me in it, of these archaeologists in Turkey who had come across this mosaic, and they tagged me because they said it was Pepe. So, I loved it and thought, at that moment, that would be great. Someone needs to figure out and design it and stitch it, or come up with a chart for it. Then it was, I don't know why I was on Etsy. I don't know if I just typed in skeleton. I don't even know how I came across it. And I saw this come up and I said, oh shit, that is the Turkish mosaic that they found. Clicked on it, Works by ABC. This company, this Etsy store had a ton of other great charts. And so I took a screenshot of this, I think, and then also that Turkish ad, and I said, you guys, if you loved the mosaic of Pepe, look, I found the design chart of it. It's up, and lo and behold, Arlene Cohen comments on it and says that that's her design, and that she had just put her Etsy store live. He's trying to attack his basket. He's never been destructive. Lay down. She had just made her Etsy store go live, and so she had no idea how, well, I guess you were just floored with how fast I had come across it, and then you go on Stitch Mania and you see your chart. So obviously had to get it. So she includes, this paper also is not cheap paper. This is like quality paper, way better quality than a ton of the quality we expect to get from charts nowadays, when they're like reprinted, like either Plum Street. That's just like typical 8.5 by 11 pieces of computer paper. This is way thicker and heavier, super great quality. So she writes up why she did this pattern, what inspired her, includes the article of the archaeologists, and she talks all about this in not her most current, YouTube videos. I think it's the one previous about her store, and she goes through every single pattern she has up and talks about them in detail. And then she obviously sends the chart and what she suggests, the stitch count, what color she recommends, how she kind of sees it in her eyes. I love the colors, Arlene, that she picked out. I would want to stitch it as close to what is pictured in the photographs. And then down at the bottom it says, be cheerful and live your life. And this saying, I guess, is translated into two different, this one and then another one. All you have to do is email her and she will send you in a PDF form the other version already charted out. I know Michelle had made a comment and she went and charted it up with that saying. Which, what is that saying? I don't know. I like it because it's just a little bit darker in meaning. Let's see how I can see here. You get the pleasure of the food you eat hastily with death. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. So go check out Arlene's YouTube channel, and then on her Etsy store as well, Works by ABC, all one word. Check her out, support her, show her some love, and the note she wrote me, that I'm her first customer, her first Etsy sale. So I am so honored with that. I'm so happy that I was your first. So thank you for designing these great charts. I look forward to more that you put out, and I hope you guys all go and check her out. I also got my first order from DSL, if you're Danielle and Jill down Sunshine Lane. These I ordered while I was on vacation. I think I was pissed that the weather was all cloudy and crappy. Barbara Anna Midnight. "'Tis now the very witching time of night," William Shakespeare. Sarah Lowell, La-Di-Da. I just like the border on that. I mean, the flower is gorgeous too, obviously, but I just love the border on it. And then the Primitive Hair, Devil Runs. "When the thunder breaks the silence, the devil runs across the sky." Hey! Yes, please. And I love how this is, I'm gonna have to figure out how, I mean, I can do that obviously, but then how to frame it up. So maybe I could weather it and distress it, and then maybe put it in like a shadow box. I'm not sure. Okay, you're going out. You're being banished to the bedroom because you're being a pain in the butt. Yeah. So this would be a great dark 13 stitching. But again, I need to find, I don't keep a lot of fabric in my stash. I definitely use more charts. But come on, that's just awesome. Let's see, going through the list. I also purchased, while I was gone, an Etsy pattern to partake in the June 10th stitch along for the Salem Remember 325-year anniversary. So I found Salem Sisters, the first one on Etsy. I thought it would have been here by now, and I checked and it's still in transit. So obviously I'll have to show that to you guys next time. I need to find the fabric for that, so maybe I have something in my stash, or might have to go down to the attic. We'll see. Dream time. All right. Thrift stores. Got the urge the other day and went. You like how I just stand up and like go out of shot? Yeah, it's just how it is. Went, my tingly senses were off in a way, but still found some good stuff. Which, before I show you what I got, I recorded my visit to the thrift store yesterday. And I will include that snippet at the end of this video. I'll throw it in. So don't shut me off quite yet when Pepe and I say goodbye. So, quilt blocks, and what is this? Mare and Colt. Threaded up. And again, with all my thrift store stuff, whatever I show, I either will keep for myself or I will put up on my Amazon store, Sincere Stitches, so go ahead and check that out. My shipping is always free. I usually get it out that day or usually the next day. And I have all kinds of stuff. I have needle minders and coffee sleeves and charts and all kinds of other things. Rocky Mountain Wildflowers, wood violets, blue bull thistle, fairy slipper, blue flax, this kit, unopened, another unopened one, and it comes like this mat, so that's kind of cool. Gold nuggets, dimensions. Does this come? Okay. So they give you this piece of blue fabric and then you stitch it and then it kind of rests on top of the fabric, so it kind of gives like a layered look. That's all in there as well. Looked at frames. This one's been there for a while, and I decided to finally get it. Because isn't he sexy? I mean, come on. He's a looker. And is that his hair or is that a hat? I'm going to say that's his hair. Who does his hair? I bet he got all the ladies. Look at him. Sexy. Love it because it has like this green velvet around it. I say this in my video. Smear the lipstick. That's more, way more ghetto ass framing than I will ever do. I will never take duct tape to my pieces. If I do, you guys just tell me. Call me out on it. But I recognize this handwriting from a couple other frames that I have. And I love that it's, you know, already ready to hang and stuff. But see, I was flipping through that Italian guy book and I thought that this was the same thing. But on the back it says Portrait of Young Man Bellini. Mary Rose, do you think this is original? Or are you pretty sure I can pop it out of here and reuse the frame? Because maybe if it's original, maybe duct tape has been around that long. So you might need to do research on duct tape. Found this cute little hand embroidered handkerchief. You'll see all the little things I find in the store. Look at that. I mean, look in the circular. Look, that orange is variegated. And then look at those knots. And the back is like, shut the door. So that was cute. Oh, cute. This edging. And then this basket is the same on both sides, so I'll just show one side. And this was a 3-piece set. These two are the same size. Butterflies and flowers, and this one's a little bit bigger. Lace on the edge. But you'll see in the video all about that. I talk all about that stuff. What else do I have? Shout outs? Sure, let's do shout outs. I was watching God Knows Who, trying to cut down my watch later list. And I look in the little sidebar and there are these cute 2 guys and it says Flosstube video #1. I stopped whoever I was watching. I'd love to remember, but I can't. Weasley Studios, the cutest couple. Go check them out. We're gonna have a party at their place because they cook and they bake. So yes, Pepe will bring the Malibu. But yeah, they just have one video out, but they're new into cross stitch, but they also talk about other handmade crafts that they're into as well. Little Owl Stitches. She has one video. She talks about her whips. Megan is your name. We talked on the live broadcast. We figured out, everyone gave her ideas for a name, so we all picked out her name while we were doing the live broadcast. So Little Owl Stitches, she shows off her whips. It's all great. Confetti Stitcher, she's recently new. She has a handful of videos out. I found her during the live broadcast. She chimed in, and so I need to go back and watch all of your videos. I plan to do that. Start at #1, and then I'm just going to comment through. So get ready for some comments. But her thumbnails for the videos, she's almost holding up like these bell pulls, but they're Halloween, kind of dark. So I'm totally interested on what that is and what you're stitching. So you totally have me there. So I'll link those 3 down below, obviously. Big virtual hug, kisses, love, positive vibes, thoughts to Miss J over at Mortuary Stitches. If you're not watching her, why the hell not? She's fabulous. She's like my English mom. and she disclosed on her Instagram and on her video, but she was recently diagnosed with ovarian cancer, so we need to send her all well wishes our way to her, and just kind of let her know that she's not alone in this battle and that we're there for her, here for her. So Jay, reach out if we can do anything for you, but love you so much and totally thinking of you at this time.